Here we have the fundamental theorem of algebra, and it tells us that every polynomial has at least one zero in the complex numbers. And it's actually true that if we added up all the multiplicities of the zeros would add up to your degree. Okay, so you could have at most n of them, but depending on their multiplicity, you would get n. Okay, so we can actually find polynomials if we know their zeros. So one says find a polynomial function of degree 3 with zeros 3, 2i, and negative 2i if the leading coefficient is 1. Okay? Now what that means, so let's just call it f of x. And if these are our zeros, then it means our factored form would be x minus 3, x minus 2i, and x minus a negative 2i. Now, the negative, subtracting a negative, we can turn into addition, so we can write this as x plus 2i. Now, we want to FOIL this out, multiply it out. The first thing we're going to do is multiply our two conjugates. So we'll leave the x minus 3 alone, and we're going to FOIL this, so it'll give us x squared. Outside will give us plus 2ix, the inside will give us minus 2ix, and the last terms will give us minus 4i squared. Now, cleaning that up a little bit, so these two cancel out. I squared is negative 1, so this negative 4 times negative 1 becomes a plus 4, so we have x squared plus 4. And now we want to FOIL these two terms. So x cubed plus 4x minus 3x squared minus 12. And if we want to write it in descending order, our polynomial will be x cubed minus 3x squared plus 4x minus 12. Okay, let's do another one. So it says find a polynomial f of x of degree 4 with negative 2 as a zero of multiplicity 2, 6 as a zero of multiplicity 1, and 0 as a zero of multiplicity 1. Okay, so our f of x, so we're going to have x minus a negative 2, and the multiplicity is 2, so an exponent of 2. We have a 0 of 6, so x minus 6, just a multiplicity of 1, and 0 is just going to be x minus 0. So cleaning this up a little bit, we'd have x plus 2 squared, x minus 6 times x. Now the x plus 2 squared, we can write as x plus 2 times x plus 2. Okay, so if we FOIL that, we're going to get x squared plus 2x plus 2x plus 4. And if we combine like terms, we have x squared plus 4x plus 4. Now we're going to multiply this polynomial by this one. And to do that, we're going to take the x squared times each of the terms. So we'll do x squared times x is x cubed. X squared times negative 6 is negative 6x squared. Now we need to do the 4x times each term. So 4x times x and 4x times negative 6. So that'll give us plus 4x squared minus 24x. And we need to take the 4 times each of the terms. So 4 times x is 4x. 4 times negative 6 is minus 24. And all of this is still times the x. So let's combine our like terms. We have x cubed minus 2x squared minus 20x minus 24 times x. So now we'll just distribute that x, and that just puts an extra power of x on all the terms. So our final polynomial here is x to the 4th minus 2x cubed minus 20x squared minus 24x.